slice of cake, and then afterwards I'll do a face brushing video and just kind of ramble and talk about the journey of this channel. So I hope you'll stick around for the whole thing, but if not, I will include a timestamp in the description so you can skip the eating part. I personally don't like listening to people eat too much. I do enjoy the conversation, but I don't enjoy like the really intense mouth sounds. But anyway, without further ado, let's begin. We have a lovely slice of red velvet cake with a cream cheese frosting. It has these cute little red and black sprinkles on it, and we have a number 1 candle in it because it's the 1-year anniversary, or Channelversary as I like to call it. Is that a common thing? Is that what people call these? I don't know. But anyway, it's right here. So I'm gonna very carefully use this lighter to light it. Wish me luck. Okay, let's hope I don't burn myself. There it goes. It takes a second to light just because. There it goes. How exciting. So, 1 year, 1 whole year of making videos, and it has been such a journey and so much fun, but let's blow it out. So, that was really fun. And now let's hope my smoke detectors don't go off. Also, surprisingly smoky candle, but we'll just take that out. Put this aside, and let's dig in. For some reason, I only ever eat sweets on this channel, and yet I am not the world's biggest fan of sweets. Like, I like them, but not as much as you would think based off of that being the only thing I eat on here. Yeah, that's good. I didn't end up making like a whole cake. I just bought one of those like small containers of it, and then I cut it in half because I did not want to eat a whole one on here. I really wish I could share with you, but it just tastes like red velvet cake, which really just tastes like chocolate cake, but it's red. I was gonna get chocolate cake because it had like fun birthday sprinkles on it, but I don't know, I wanted to switch it up. They also had these really cute like white cakes with the sprinkles on it, and it really made it look like a birthday cake, and that was tempting, but like I said, I wanted something a little fancier, I guess. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching my channel and sticking around, even if you're like been here from the beginning or you just joined or this is your first video of mine that you've watched. I just want to say I appreciate it. Like, every view blows my mind. When I first started this channel, I honestly did not think anybody would watch my videos. And on my first video, I don't think anybody did for a while. On my first video, I think pretty much all of the views were from me because I kept clicking on it to see if like it was actually uploaded and if it was like actually showing up or if the audio was okay, because I just shot it on my phone. I still shoot on my phone, but you know, I didn't have like any equipment or anything. I just recorded a video on my phone. I stacked a bunch of cardboard and like taped my phone to the cardboard so I could get it like from above. I didn't have like a camera holder or a phone holder, I mean. And it took me several tries to get that first video. I think it was only like 7 minutes long, but I live in an apartment complex and it is always so loud, so if you ever see me kind of like pause and look off in the distance, it's because I'm, 1, gauging if I thought that was super loud and hoping to then cut the sound, or 2, I'm just a little like, I don't know, I get distracted in silence, and I tried to do it all in one take too. I didn't really edit my videos back then, I just did it all in one shot. Oh, that's rich, I need some water. And there's an airplane. Well, as I was saying, I used to do my videos in one shot, and that made things so difficult because I would have to then restart anytime there was a really loud sound, which is always, like, anytime you see a cut, I would say like 99% of the time it's because there was a very loud sound and I just have to cut it out. There was another one. I mean, it seems annoying, but I do have a lot of fun making the videos, so I powered through. So if I ever seem grumpy in a video, or I don't know if I seem grumpy, but if I ever seem like sad or out of it, it's probably because I've spent a very long time trying to get like 5 minutes worth of footage. I'll have hour-long videos where I can only get like 20 minutes out of it. But I have a lot of fun doing it, so it's worth it. This frosting is like really good, but really sweet. Are you a frosting or a cake person? Like, do you have a preferred part of it? Do you even like cake? I like the cake part, not the frosting part. Like, as a kid, I would take the frosting off of cakes and stuff and just eat the cake. But my brother really liked the frosting, so I would just give him my frosting and he would give me the cake. It was a good trade. Well, I was having a really hard time deciding what I wanted to do to celebrate the Channelversary. I really wanted to do a cake though. I thought that would be kind of like a fun celebration. I wanted it to be kind of like a birthday party, which is why I have the streamers and the banner. But then I was also like, well, people don't really like eating videos as much, or at least not the people who watch me. And so I decided to do both eating and like a more traditional like face brushing ramble video. But then part of me also wanted to do like recreate my very first video, which I brought with me the painting from the very first video that I did. I didn't make this painting, I got it from Hot Topic for like $9, but it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to recreate the video, not today, maybe someday, but not today. But I figured for old time's sake, here it is. Alright, I'll be right back, and most of the views came from me trying to figure out like how to, if my video even uploaded correctly and how the audio sounded, because I didn't edit my videos. I didn't know how to like do any of that stuff, and I also didn't know how worth it was since I didn't think anybody was gonna watch. I just wanted to have the fun of making one, you know. But I ended up having so much fun that I then made another video where I then showed off a bunch of different decks of cards that I had, because I like show and tell videos. I like videos where somebody just kind of shows me things or takes me on a walk or whatever, you know. It's relaxing, and I wanted to give that a go, and oh my goodness, I was so nervous. I was so nervous talking for the camera, and it felt so weird, but I really enjoyed it. And then I made a couple other videos with like a bath bomb and like cutting up some frozen pudding, which was actually probably one of the most relaxing videos I'd ever done. The sound of the sprinkles being chopped was very, very relaxing. I loved it. And, you know, some of them would get a couple views, and I thought that was the coolest thing. It was so cool to me that like somebody besides myself watched the video, because, you know, when you start uploading, you're just a little drop in a giant ocean of videos that get uploaded daily and that already exist. So I didn't have a lot of hope, but just any view was really cool. And I had gotten like a couple of subscribers in the process, and I was like so mind blown. I thought it was a joke at first. I was like, oh, this must be spam. It's gotta be spam. But I was really reluctant to show my face. And it's not that I have like low self-esteem, like I kinda do, but I don't know. The idea of putting my face out there on the internet for a bunch of strangers to see scared me. I'm not the most, I don't know how to say it, I'm kind of awkward. I'm an awkward person. So I was worried that, I don't know, that it would go very poorly. But I made my very first face brushing video, and that was really weird, like talking directly to a camera as though somebody was there. It doesn't seem weird now it comes naturally, like, but that's because I know I have an audience, you know. I think about all the people that I interact with in the comment section, and it's like, oh, okay, that's who I'm talking to. But on the very first time, you don't have really any faces or people or names that you associate with your video. You're just talking to a camera, and it was so weird. Oh, and there's a crow trying to talk as well. But that video did surprisingly well. Like, I had never gotten more than like 50 views on a video. I think my most was like 20 or something. And that one, within like the first couple of hours, got like 50 views. And oh, I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. This is insane. And after that, it's just been all up from there, you know. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate all of you. It's been a lot of fun. I keep saying that, but I really do appreciate all of the kindness and support that I've received from this. I never would have imagined. So, I appreciate it. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Something where I've had so much fun this past year, uploading every week, or trying to anyway. Sometimes I would upload twice a week, and sometimes I wouldn't upload at all if I was sick or just really bogged down from work. So, I just really, really appreciate all of the kindness. And it's been fun kind of getting to know a little bit about you all in the comments. Even if it's nothing super personal, I feel like I've gotten to know you all a bit better. So, when I started this channel, I actually originally was going to make a completely different kind of ASMR channel. creating experience. And I made the video and I tried to watch it, and it was just, I didn't like it, so I deleted it. It was gonna be a whole ASMR channel about like clay and working with clay, but I bailed on that. So eventually I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make videos on things I find relaxing. Kind of, you know, things that I like, things that have helped me sleep and relax on rough days. And that's part of why I made this channel as a whole. You know, I always thought it'd be fun to make YouTube videos, but I never knew what I wanted to make. And I guess I just kind of decided, like, why not make ASMR videos? And I've enjoyed the process. I really have. I know I'm not the best out there, but I have fun. And I think that's really what's important, you know? And the fact that there's other people out there like you who actually enjoy my videos and watch them, it just makes it all that much better, you know? Makes it all that much better. So I've really, really enjoyed this whole process. I feel like I'm really, really rambling. I like pre-typed out a whole script and stuff on my phone. And I was like, okay, here's like some of the things that I want to like touch on. But you know, the one thing about doing that on my phone is that I'm recording on my phone, so I can't access it. It was a small oversight on my part, but that's okay. I just gotta speak from the heart then. But I appreciate you guys being along here on the ride with me while I figure out what kind of videos I want to do and that I like to do. I have a lot of other fun video ideas too that I want to try. It's just a shame because I know certain videos do better than others, and while it's not about the numbers for me, I do want to make stuff that other people will enjoy too. But I want to do a video of like counting change, for instance, and but you know, like that's not going to be the most relaxing video in the world with the sound of all the coins smacking into each other. But you know, I think I could find a way to do it so that it wouldn't be super obnoxious. But you know, if there's any video ideas or suggestions that you have, I'm open. I keep a list, and I have a list that I'm actively like going through, and I don't do every single video request just because some things I'm like, that's not really something I'd be like interested in making, or I'm just not, you know, comfortable with it, I guess. Oh, and then there was this whole thing where I learned about, I don't know if I can say it, but like fetish mining. Oh gosh. So then I got really wary about a lot of requests because I don't want to participate in that. If you don't know what that is, there's a couple people who've made like videos on it. So you can just look into that. So if you ever see somebody make a request where you're like, oh, that's a little weird, you gotta like tip me off somehow because I'm a little naive and I don't want to fall for any of that. But for the most part, I think I can like pick up on some of those requests where I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's not what this channel is. But don't ever feel bad if I don't get to your request. Like I said, I have a list and I try to go through it, you know, kind of based off of like what's been requested first or most frequently or most reoccurring. But some things I have to like wait to gather supplies to make a video, or at least to make it how I want it. So it just takes time. It just takes time. But I appreciate it when you guys do make requests, and really just when you comment in general. It's really nice. It makes my day, it does. years, hopefully. It's been a really fun experience. Like, I really enjoy it, and it's like my fun secret second life, I guess. Just because nobody in my personal life knows about it. I was going to tell my friends about it once. It like crossed my mind. I was like, oh, you know, like, we were talking about like if you could do anything in the world, like and got paid for it. I was like, oh well, I would just like to do something where I could do it like anywhere, anytime, and get paid, you know? Not have to go to a certain building at certain times, just to be able to like travel the world and like still be able to make the money and that kind of thing. And they were like, oh, you should be a content creator, you should make a YouTube channel. And I was like, yeah. I don't think they got on. I just got kind of quiet and awkward, like I was contemplating. But then like the next week I was thinking about like telling them about it, like, hey, you know how you said I should make YouTube videos? But like, as I was gearing up for that conversation, they started talking about this streamer on Twitch who is making ASMR videos, but the kind of ASMR that I don't do, where they're like, and this isn't a knock on them by any means, but you know, like the camera lick, or not camera licking, well, also camera licking, but like the microphone licking, and like just the more sensual stuff that I'm not into. And they were kind of like laughing about it, and they're like, oh, gee, you could imagine you could be making so much money just licking a microphone. Don't you wish you got in on that? You should just make an ASMR channel. We were all kind of like, that's what they were like talking about, being like, oh, because it was the guy talking to the girls, being like, oh, you guys could have been making money all this time. Joke's on you. And they were all laughing, and they started kind of like talking about like, oh, ASMR's so weird, and this and that, and I was just sitting there like, yup. I mean, I defended it a little. I was like, it's not all like that, you know? I was like, there's a lot of really wholesome stuff out there. It's not all sensual, like microphone licking and microphone kissing. Like, there's other kinds out there, you know? And they like understood. They weren't like being super harsh on it, but in that moment I was like, no, they could never know. I'm so afraid though that someday they'll like pop onto their YouTube and I'll show up in their recommended. So I guess that's part of why I don't ever want to get really big and blow up. I don't really want anyone in my personal life to know. Not that it's anything to be ashamed of, it's just something I would feel awkward explaining. Because I think it's misunderstood. I really do. You know, there's so many types of ASMR out there that I think people have a certain idea of it in their head. And then they just don't understand that it's not all like what they may be thinking it is. Because I've been watching it for years, and oh my goodness, it has helped me so much. It's helped me get through so many tough times and sleepless nights and anxiety attacks. I mean, I really got into watching it in college. I'd be so anxious about an exam and I couldn't sleep, and then, you know, you're staying awake and then you get more anxious because you're like, I really need to be asleep right now. And you would just get stuck in your thoughts. And then I was just kind of scrolling through YouTube trying to find something to like distract me, but a lot of videos would be kind of loud, or they'd have edits in that were like sudden and loud and jarring, and they'd wake me up. And then I kind of stumbled upon this video. Oh, and I can't remember what it was called now, but it was somebody working in like a little Zen garden. It was like a little miniature one, and they had the little like rake, and they were moving the sand around. I was like, oh, that's relaxing. But then they took the rake and they raked the camera lens, and just like a brushing motion, and oh my goodness, when I tell you I was about to like pass out from it. I was like, oh, that was oddly relaxing, and I'm like, how was that so relaxing? Why did that like make me want to fall asleep? So then I looked up camera raking videos, and the stigma that I think is associated with ASMR, I was like, oh no, I don't want that weird talking stuff as I'm talking right now. And it just had to be only like face brushing, no talking. And then I got into videos where people would like organize things, or like certain like woody tapping sounds, like the sounds of like tapping on different like wooden hairbrushes or writing, and I really liked that. And then I ventured into, I want to say it was like a soap organizing video at the dollar store. And that was when I could actually like stand talking, because it wasn't like super awkward. They weren't like really getting all up in my ear and like talking really quiet right into my ear. It was just kind of like I was in the store with them, just kind of like relaxing and watching them organize soap. And I was like, oh, I like that. And then that opened me up to hearing people like whisper in their videos or do soft spoken, and I got more comfortable with that. And then eventually I think I got more comfortable with like most ASMR, like the whispering stuff I like now. You know, if somebody's like speaking softly or doing like a role play or whatever, I like it now. But for the longest time I did not like mouth sounds, like the overly mouthy sounds, but I like gradually gotten more comfortable with that. I think it's just because I don't really like the sound of people eating, which is ironic given that I just ate earlier into a microphone, but it just would drive me crazy. But some people can do it in a way that it doesn't bother me, you know, where I don't feel like I'm inside their mouth. But that's the thing, I think there's something different for everybody, you know, different strokes for different folks and all that. And I think that's what I like most about ASMR, is there's just so much variety within it.